It's a new chapter for the club as preparations begin for the 2026-27 season and life in the North East Region Women's Football League. Following the departure of Mike Bly, after a hugely successful spell in charge, the club has announced Ellie Butterfield as the new first-team manager. Today we're going to get to know Ellie a little better, hearing about her background in football, her coaching journey, her ideas for the future and what supporters can expect from the team going forward. First of all, Ellie, congratulations on the role. How does it feel to become manager of Knaresborough Town Women?
Yeah, I think it's a real proud moment. I've been fortunate to spend a season with the team, and I think that's really kind of put it into good stead for next season. You know, learn the players, the expectations, the standards. So yeah, very proud to be part of the team and the club.
For the supporters who may not know too much about you yet, can you tell us a little bit about your background in football, how you first became involved in the game?
Yes, I mean I played when I was a kid, and then played for Horsforth St Margaret's, and then went into open age football. Was at York College Development as well, and then played for Donny Bells. And then after I stopped playing, I'd started coaching at York College with my head coach, so he got me back into football again, got me into coaching, and then I loved it from there. I think I loved it more than playing, so I just went from there. So it's been about 5 years of coaching in total now.
So who or what has influenced you as a coach? Who has been your favourite coaches?
I think where I got the most influence to begin with was definitely my coach at college, because you know, without him I wouldn't have even got into coaching. He kind of gave me that confidence and the support and the starting knowledge to become a coach, and then I took it from there by myself. So set up a men's club, and then said that I want to be in the women's game. And then obviously the two coaches that I've worked with last season and then with Mike as well this season, they've just been fantastic in that support and that confidence to be able to do it as a head coach now.
When the opportunity came up to take charge at Knaresborough, what was it about the club that appealed to you?
I think initially when I sat down with Mike, I bought into him as a coach. That was where it first started, and then obviously spending time with the girls and the team, I just loved it more and more. That they're a fantastic team, and I think a lot of people say that their club's special and their team's special, but this one really is. And yeah, I think what appealed to me was how much support the club puts into women's football as well, and the philosophy and everything around the club as well. It's a great place to be.
Mike leaves behind a very successful team and culture here. How is it important for you to build on that while also bringing in your own ideas?
I think what Mike has built and has created the foundation for this club puts any coach who's going to take over in the best possible position. So I'm very fortunate for everything that he's done. I don't think there needs to be much change. It's all about building from 4 seasons ago. But I'm looking forward to putting kind of my identity and stamp on a little bit. Okay. And just building from them foundations.
How would you describe your style of football that you'll want the team to play? Do you have a style that you particularly appeals to you, or are you happy to sort of change the style depending on the group of players that you've got?
I think for me, what fundamentally comes down to with style of play is it always comes down to the cohesion. It comes down to the hard work and the determination. You can give thousands of tactics, but if you haven't got them fundamentals, that's what makes any team successful as well. And we've definitely got that here. So I think style of play it'll differ from team to team. There might be times where we have to go more defensive, or we can exploit in more attacking areas. But it's about them figuring that out on the pitch and looking at those patterns in training as well. And we'll obviously be doing that over pre-season and across the season.
We're obviously potentially moving into the North East Region Women's Football League, and it's a big step up for the club. What challenges or opportunities do you think that brings?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a big step up, but nothing that we can't achieve there. I'm looking forward to the opportunities of building the team, potentially getting some new players in as well, and just growing the team, growing the club. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the opportunities. Obviously the challenges, they'll come week on week, and then we will figure out them as a team together.
I suppose your experience with Donny Bells will help as well.
Yeah, it was. I got some good coaching there as a player, and that level was it was a good level to play at as well.
Absolutely. Pre-season, it's an important time for any club as you get to meet new players, welcome back existing players, and then start to prepare for the new season. What are the key things that you'll be looking for from the players over the summer?
Yeah, I think ahead of pre-season, it's kind of what I said earlier. It's about the cohesion, it's the hard work, and it's the togetherness. And I think obviously retaining the players. You know, that we've had players with us for the whole 4 seasons, like promotions, and I think it's a very fortunate position to be in that they've wanted to stay for so long. So definitely looking forward to seeing them again for this season, and then yeah, like I said, building on the squad as well over pre-season, getting new faces in and retaining the rest of the players.
I mean, it's an exciting time for women's football. The game's been growing over the last few seasons, obviously driven in this particular country by the success of the Lionesses. What excites you most about being involved in the game and the growth of the game here?
I think for me, as a kid, as the other players will know as well, you play with the boys team, there's not many women's teams around, so to see the growth of the game from that age to now is phenomenal, and I think what this club does for women's football as well is one of the main reasons why I want to be here. We've seen success in women's football and it's only growing.
And finally, it's really your chance to give a message to the supporters and everybody who follows Knaresborough Town as a club and Knaresborough Town Women specifically. What message would you like to give to the supporters ahead of the new season?
I think the supporters play a bigger part than what anybody realises, especially for the players on the pitch. To look over and have that support on the sidelines is crucial, and I think it's great to see so many people coming to the games week in, week out as well. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing familiar faces, seeing new faces, getting more people through. And I think the main thing is just to say a big thank you to those that do keep coming every single week, because it's so important to the players, to us as coaches and to the club.
Ellie Butterfield there, speaking ahead of her first season in charge of Knaresborough Town Women. There's clearly plenty of excitement around the club as preparations begin for a new challenge in the North East Region Women's Football League, and we'd like to thank Ellie for taking the time to speak to us. Keep an eye on the club's social media channels for further pre-season updates, player news and fixtures ahead of the 2026-27 campaign. Thanks very much for listening.